The 2025 Women's State of Origin is going to kick us off on Thursday night at Suncorp Stadium for Magic Round, and there's no better way to start off the long weekend than hitting early with a first try scorer and player of the match. Now look, I've dived into the last 5 years of State of Origin statistics for the women and picked out my best predictions for first try scorer and player of the match. So let's dive into it. But first, if you like our videos, don't forget subscribe to the channel and chat with us over the Magic Round weekend in the comment field below on all of our videos all throughout the whole weekend. Now, let's dive into it. Let's start off with first try scorer predictions. Look, the first try scorer has been someone in a blue jersey in 3 of the last 4 matches in the Women's State of Origin. However, it is split 50-50 in the 8 games since the 2020 series or 2020 game when it was single games back then. So hard to pick, hard to split. And you know what? There's not even really a position that it has gone to the most. There has been 2 fullbacks, 2 wingers, 2 centers, and 2 locks that have scored the first try in those 8 matches. But here are our picks. And look, big focus actually on the backs because that's where all the strike power actually is for these 2 teams. Look, my 2 picks for Queensland are the 2 most potent try scorers for the Jillaroos. Of course, you've got to have the favourite who is actually shortest in Tamika Upton, scored 5 tries for the Jillaroos in Vegas. And then her Queensland compatriot, Julia Robinson, who scored 3 tries for the Jillaroos. Now, Julia Robinson is one of the most dangerous players in the competition. She led the NRLW in line breaks and tackle busts last year and could be the most dangerous player on the field on Thursday night. But you know that Queensland are going to exploit the combination with her and Tamika Upton on the edge there. So expect both of them to see plenty of ball early. Now, for New South Wales, Jermaine Chapman. Look, she's the only player that scored 2 tries in the series last year and is definitely going to be used a lot for New South Wales, especially with the side being fairly young and having a lot of new players in their squad. So that's the first try scorer picks. Now let's have a look at player of the match. Now this is a real interesting one because obviously tough to pick. A lot of the time the favourites are the players with flair expected to set up tries and score tries, but that's not the case for the Women's State of Origin, with 5 of the last 8 winners actually being forwards. It's getting awarded a lot of the time to the workhorse of the game, and that is usually the forwards. So what I did was pick out the player that works the hardest from both teams from last series. So I've got a half favourite in Olivia Kernick for New South Wales. Look, she had averaged 152.5 run meters in this series in 3 games last year, topped all the forwards, while also averaging 25.3 tackles, which ranked her 3rd in the series. So obviously she's going to be doing a lot of work. Game 1 is expected to be a tough grind, and you can expect that Kernick will be in the mix there. Then I've got a real outsider in Jessica Elliston for Queensland. Look, she averaged 22.2 tackles per game for the Titans last year, and she also averaged 124.3 run meters per game in the series for Queensland last year, which ranked her 7th out of all players. She also averaged 14 tackles. So I'm expecting this game obviously to be a grind and be a battle, and one of these workhorses to get up, and which really pays well because they are paying quite good odds for this unexpected forward dominance in that award. So let's kick off Magic Round with a bang and hit early on first try scorer and player of the match. But just remember, over the whole weekend, gamble responsibly and happy punting.